Good morning. I feel very happy to meet you in this platform. I'm Ananda Kumar, Faculty of English and Soft Skills. Today, I'd like to discuss the topic time and stress management skills exclusively in this video. So, it is an essential skill to all. So, without these skills, we are unable to survive in this busy or competitive world. So, what is called time management skills? Time management skill. So, time management is the ability to use your time productively and efficiently. You could also think of it as the start of having time to do everything that you need without feeling stressed about it. It sounds simple, but it is much harder in practice. Yes, much harder. It has to be explained about the principles behind good time management. So, have you ever wondered how it is that some people seem to have enough time to do everything that they want to, whereas others are always rushing from task to task and never seem to finish anything? So the people are, they like to rush up themselves towards, the task to task, but never seem to finish anything. So it is an important area or important skill, and it cannot just be that some people have less to do. It is much more likely that they are using their time more effectively. In other words, what you called showing a good time management skills. So as we discussed, that is what is called what is called a time management skill. Now I'd like to give you the importance of time management. It's very important segment in this topic. So time management skills are essential because few people, if any of us ever have enough time to do everything that is asked of us, like what you call, or that we want to do. So time management is defined as using your time productively and efficiently. But what about when you are working as productively as possible and you still cannot get everything done? Yes. And it may be better to think about time management as a combination of working productively, and it's a kind of priority of your time. In other words, people who are good at time management are good at getting or like and doing things. They are also, however, better at in the prioritizing. Priority and working out what really needs to do the thing, and then what you call, and then discarding the other things. So they can do this because they understand the difference between urgent and important. So it must be differentiated, or try to understand the difference between urgent and important. So students, urgent task demand your immediate attention, but whether you actually give them, like what you call that, attention may or may not matter. But in the case important, or the term important, task matter, and not what you call doing them may have a serious consequences for you or to others. I mean for others. For example, answering the phone call is urgent, of course, because the people who is on the line, we don't know, some X, Y or Z, he or she will be on the line. So it is very urgent to give the answer. I mean, answering the phone call is urgent. If you do not do it, it's an example, if you do not do it, the caller will ring off, and you won't know why they called, and also it might be important. So it may also, however, be an automated voice telling you that you may be eligible for compensation for having missold insurance. That is not important. Going to the dentist regularly is important. If you do not, or if you don't, you may get gum disease or like other problems. You cannot tolerate. So immediately we would like to go and consult a doctor, in order to get some or resolve the problems. But it is not urgent. But it is not urgent. Yes. So if you leave it too long, however, it may become urgent because you may get toothache. So it's urgent. So picking your children up from school is both urgent and important. It's another example. If you are not there at the right time to pick your children, they will be waiting in the playground or in the classroom, worrying about where you are. So that is very urgent and important to each and every parent. It's one of the caretaking of their children. So you may also inconvenience others, such as teachers who are waiting with your children for you to arrive. And reading funny emails, funny emails are like checking Facebook and all, is neither urgent nor important. So why is it the first thing that you do each day? So you have to consider, you have to analyze, or you have to think about it, which one is first and which one is the second. The important things to do in the same day. So this distinction between urgent and important is the key to the priority. It's up to you, and moreover your time and your workload, which is depending upon your time and workload. So prioritizing, the priority, whether at work or at home or when studying, it is depending upon the circumstances. So my dear students, it enables you to work out what to do first. Obviously, you have to think in this way only. You don't have any option. But it is first and foremost duty to consider which one is first and second to do the work. So what can be left either until later or not done at all? For example, if you leave an urgent but unimportant task, you may find that it becomes unnecessary. And a common question is, why are the time management skills important? Why it is required in our life or in our working place, in the social decor, the time management. So all the activities are being done, it is completely based on only the time. So plan according to your time. And also you must have, one must have the quality or the skill, that is time management. So time management skills are important because they help you, the structure your work and in the way that allows you to accomplish the goals, your task. For example, if your goal is to get a job, it's an example only. If your goal is to get a job, you need time to update your resume. That's very important because on behalf of you, your resume speaks about your skill set. So you need time to update your resume. Search for openings. Apply. Research companies. The history of the companies. And what about the natural, the characteristics of the higher officials and the product of the particular company and all. So research the companies and prepare for the interviews. According to that, you just prepare for the interviews. So setting aside specific amounts of time, per day will help you to complete the necessary steps to getting a job. These are all the procurement work before going to appear for an interview. Alternatively, if already have a job, you likely have a variety of responsibilities to help the company and achieve certain goals. So here you like to maintain your calendar. Maintaining your calendar, meetings and tasks is necessary to be successful in your code. In your role. Code in the sense like your role. Your job responsibility. So being fully present and focused results from strong time management skills. For example, if you are running late to a meeting, and must work on a project you forgot was due while people are speaking, you might miss the important information that you could help you be better at your job. So managing your time as well as your stress is very important. So managing your time and also allows you to have space to be creative and proactive with your goals. When you have a specific time set aside to complete your task, you can also allow for time to think about the big picture for yourself and your company. The task, the responsibility. So how to improve your time management skills? It's another question and another important segment in this topic. How to improve your time management skills? So working on your time management skills can help you be a better employee and strong candidate when you apply for new opportunities. Have here are a few ways you can improve your time management skills also. So what are all the ways? The first way is, if you ask me, set short and long term goals. Yes, set short and long term goals. Practicing regular goal setting can help you clearly understand exactly what you need to accomplish to achieve a certain goals or the task. The results. So to hit larger, yes, to hit larger long-term goals, the second component of the goal setting. Long-term goals. Identify smaller milestone. Identify the smaller milestone goals along the way. For example, if you have a goal to be promoted with 6 months, you might need to set smaller goals to improve on certain skills. And also your goal should be specific. Your task should be specific and measurable. It should be like a measurable and achievable. Yes, it should be like an achievable and relevant and time based. So plan ahead. So without your plan, we cannot execute the work. Yes, it's very difficult for us. And moreover, if you don't have the proper planning, definitely you cannot work out a particular work within the stipulated period or time. It takes more time or it gets delayed. So plan ahead. Plan it. Plan according to the nature of work. So planning out your time in advance is the most important element of good time management. Yes. Understand when you are most productive. Yes. Understand first. You are most alert first thing in the morning. In the morning, or perhaps you hit your stride at night. So save your most important and challenging task for when your productivity is highest. Yes, it is like an highest one. It's like an highest one. So schedule simpler or a smaller task for times when you are less alert, and get a good sense before you start each day, to start each day of how much time you will spend working and everything on your task list. It's very important. So manage your calendar. Yes, manage your calendar. Setting timetable or setting time aside to complete the most important task on your list is important for managing your time. You might consider blocking of certain brackets of time and time on your calendar on a regular basis, so you are guaranteed to have time in your schedule without distraction or like any meetings. You should also consider whether or not attending certain meeting is beneficial. If you feel, if you feel you will not add value or contribute in any certain way, you should feel empowered. You should feel empowered to do, certain things or to decline certain meetings. If you do this, yes, if you do this, use what you call discretion and be polite. You might consider sending the meeting owner an email, email or any letter. Letting them know why you have declined. Why you have declined. It's a management. So prioritize your assignments. Prioritize. The priority. So prioritization is a difficult skill but gets easier with practice. You can practice prioritization by making to-do list, writing or typing out everything in any way. Typing out or like writing. You need to get done can help you physically prioritize the tasks that are most urgent or easy to get out of the way. So if you need help, any help from others, you might consider asking your managers or a colleague who is good at prioritizing how they would complete the work. So understanding due dates first. Understanding due dates and how the task affects others and business goals can help you to get certain things done ahead of others. So here the another important segment is you just eliminate the distraction. Eliminate the distraction. First and foremost duty of all. Distractions are one of the biggest productivity killers. Yes, it is called killers. Social media sites, smartphones, or like disruptive, co-workers can all distract you from your priorities and derail your schedule. It induce you to divert your attention. Induce in the sense it insists you to take diversion. So better you avoid the distraction. We cannot predict that. The source of distraction, maybe by your colleagues or by your mobile phone and all. So better you avoid all these things. According to a study by Think Money, yes, Think Money, a third of employees are distracted for as much as 3 hours of the workday. So if you find certain distraction or too much of a temptation, consider leaving your smartphone locked in a desk drawer during the day, because you have another important task, work to complete it. Or using a browser extension to block the websites that are most distracting you. And we should not have the multitask. Another important point in this chapter. We should not have any multitask, because multitasking may seem like a good way of getting extra work done. Yes, extra work done. But in reality, it actually decreases your productivity. Instead of completing multiple projects, you end up with starting but not finishing any one of them. That's a problem. So we should not have the multitask. So the best way to manage your time is to focus on a single task or single assignment at a time and give it your full attention while you are working on it. You are working on it, and which helps you to avoid mistakes. Definitely. If you focus only one task, definitely the mistakes can be rectified and you can able to travel towards the success, towards the completion. Or you are having certain skill to complete the task within the time duration, time limit. And the another important segment is reward yourself for good work. Yes, reward yourself. Ultimately, it enhances your ability to do the task, whatever the complicated task, or like whether it is the easiest, doesn't matter. But it's a kind of it is boosting your positive energy. The reward yourself. So rewards can be a great motivator for good time management. Yes, give yourself a small reward for every week or every task you accomplish in the day. For instance, you could celebrate finishing up a report by taking a 15-minute walk outside. Yes, rewards keep you motivated on the job and can help you achieve a better balance. Work-life balance. You can balance it. So, my dear students, improving the time management skills, definitely it can help you be a better worker. Yes, better worker. And have the ability to focus fully as you go about your day. You can be a better time manager by being organized, setting goals, and prioritizing yourself to do certain things, to do the list. So, time management skill, which is highly required to survive in this competitive world, as I told you already. And the time has come to conclude this session. I hope that the session is very useful to you all. And now you come to the conclusion about the time management skill, how it can be a wild, and how it can be enhanced. At the same time, how we can execute certain difficult task while working in a particular company. So it is very interesting, and thank you very much for listening my video. And I'll come with the another topic, stress management skills, in the next video. Until bye, take care, have a nice day. Thank you.